If you clicked on this video, it's because you want this information just as much as I wanted the information as I was getting the information. So I hope you stick around to the end. Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Miss Ruby, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about regularism, what it means, and why I'm opting in. So I recently watched this video by a girl, I think her name is Kiki, and her channel name is The Upgrade. And in the video, she's just talking about why she is opting out of living like an American dream type lifestyle and starting to just be more accepting of being regular. As I was preparing to film a video today, I didn't even know what I was gonna film because I have so many ideas. I came across this video. It really resonated with me because I think that we're in a time and a culture where we're like always buying into something, we're participating in something, we're categorizing one another into something. So there's consumerism, idealism, there is minimalism, maximalism, and all of these terms that we tend to use to categorize what it is that we're doing with our lives, right? And I don't know about you, but for me, recently I have undergone so much anxiety trying to fit myself into one of these boxes, trying to be extraordinary at something, right? Because it seems like that's what we're supposed to be doing. I think that this is a really important subject for those of us who are struggling with depression and anxiety. And we know that our depression and anxiety are very much connected to who we thought we would be, who we think we should be by this age or by this time period in our life, what we've done that we haven't forgiven ourselves for, and all of these like really negative things and pressures that we've placed on ourselves. I think that if we can grasp this concept and see it as a positive, then we can heal. And that's what I'm all about, okay? Well, there are 3 resources that I'm gonna discuss in this video. The first resource is the Bible. There is a book in the Bible called the Book of Ecclesiastes. And I've actually been meditating on a lot of the scripture in Ecclesiastes for years now because for some reason it's just been speaking to me. The general message that I get from the Book of Ecclesiastes is all things are meaningless and are striving after the wind. And in that book, the wisest man to live up to that point, King Solomon, just talked about how he lived a very full and enriched life. He possessed a lot of things. He went a lot of places. He gained a lot of wisdom. He tried to live carefree. He tried to do all the different extremes in order to, I guess, get the most out of life. And at the end of all of the things that he bought and sold, all of the things he was charitable with, all of the things that he, learned, he realized that nothing mattered more than anything else. It was all a striving after a wind. Meaningless, and I don't think that is to say purposeless, but if we're searching for a deep meaning behind why we're doing what we're doing, we're gonna be searching forever, striving after the wind never ends, that whole concept. That's been resonating with me for years because sometimes I overthink stuff and I do things that I think are supposed to feel bigger, feel more important. And I just look up and see, like, doesn't matter if you are living a quote unquote good life or if you out here just sinning every day. It rains on the just and the unjust. So no matter what it is that you do, you're still going to have to experience life and all of the things that life brings about. You're never going to be able to control everything in your life. So stop trying so hard, basically. The best thing that you can do is to eat, drink, and find pleasure in your toil. And that's like the resolve the book of Ecclesiastes comes to. And what I take from that is basically live a regular life. Wake up, nourish your body because you must. Find pleasure in your toil. Find something that you can enjoy doing because it's really about the work at the end of the day. And so that leads me into the next resource, which is the video by Kiki, The Upgrade. Go check it out because she talks about her own experience quitting her job and how she works part-time now and she has a child to support. She's a grown woman. She's making different types of moves in her life to make her life fit her rather than trying to change herself to fit her concept of life. I think that this is super important too, because if we're looking through the lens of what's on social media or what our grandparents did or what our ideologies are, and we are over obsessing over an idea, a picture perfect idea of what life should look like, then we're constantly trying to change who we are. And that again goes against God, goes against the Bible. God wants us to come as we are, to be who we are, and just to allow him to shine through us. If he created you with one toenail instead of 10, that's because he wanted to use you in your one toenail. He created you to be a loud talker. people will tell you out of negativity that you talk too much, but how do you know God didn't bless you with that gift so that he can use you to minister to people? That's kind of like what I'm getting at, with the second resource, consulting her video. I just loved how she talked about making her dreams come true by, instead of her molding herself to what she believed life standards were for her, she found a way to mold her life around her, and she's actually happy and content. So the third resource that I would talk about in terms of really understanding the concept of regularism is this book that I'm reading right now, y'all. And it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. This book is so bomb on every level. This book, you have to just read it. I'm listening to it on audiobook. It's actually, I think it's more entertaining if you listen to it. And this video is not sponsored by Audible at all, but if you want to throw your girl some coins, hit me up. But I am listening to it on Audible, and I just love the narration because it just makes me more excited about listening to it. And the concepts that he's sharing in this book is helping me to get out of my own way. Basically, he's saying, like, I know you think you're important, but you're really not that important. And that's not to take away from how much you value yourself, but it's basically to say that sometimes we think that we're so important that we're scared to do things because we're worried about how people are looking at us, as if people are just standing there looking at us. Now, let me say this. There are some people in this world who ain't got nothing better to do than to look at you and to judge you, okay? But those are the people, those are the naysayers. Like, we just need to kind of like block those people out. If you think about the people in your life that are positive influences, you can feel kind of like a failure when once upon a time you did a certain thing to a certain level and everyone was looking at you, and you know that deep down a lot of them are looking at you, rooting for you, and they're like, okay, what's next, what's next, what's next? And then you're like, yeah, what's next is I'm taking a break. Or what's next is I'm taking a nap, and like, I don't have the energy to keep up with this certain standard and expectation you have of me. That's not me giving up. That's not me failing. That's not me quitting on my goals and dreams. That's just me being me. That's me being regular. Another concept that's mentioned in the book is that what determines your success is not about what you enjoy, but what pain do you want to sustain? And I think that is a really important question to ask ourselves, because oftentimes we're not really down to go through the pain that is required for these dreams and goals. Like, everybody want to be Beyonce, but do you really want Beyonce's problems? Ask yourself, maybe the problems that you have currently actually fit who you actually are, but maybe they don't. Maybe the problems that you're enduring right now are not quality problems. If you're not willing to sustain the pain that is required in order to attain the thing that you're saying that you want, then that's not actually who you are, and that's okay. When you learn how to not give a F-U-C-K about a lot of things that do not deserve your attention, you can preserve your attention for the things that really do matter. And that's the note that I want to leave this video on, because we can talk about this for days. But all that being said, it's really giving me some things to think about. Listening to this audiobook, watching videos like Kiki's on The Upgrade, and definitely staying in my word are all things that are helping me to come to terms with being regular and seeing how amazing it actually is to just be me, flaws and all. By the way, speaking of being me, if you guys decide to continue along this journey with me, I really do want to upload more videos more regularly, okay? I'm not going to give you a schedule, and I'm not going to box myself in and tell you like all my videos are going to be about this, because that's something I'm struggling with right now and I just haven't figured it out yet, okay? I'm just going to tell you the things I'm interested in. I am a mother of two, a happily married woman, very much want to be a resource to help people. I just love helping people. I don't think I know it all, but I do know a lot, and I love to share. I am currently starting a garden for the first time, okay? So I'm thinking about documenting part of that journey. I'm huge on health and wellness. I'm huge on wisdom and self-development and all of that kind of stuff, okay? And I got some beauty hacks, you know what I'm saying, in my arsenal as well. And I would just love to talk about things like that, okay? So thank you guys for stopping by to this video. Remember to be you, love you, make it all beautiful. I will see you, or actually you will see me on the next video.